As a child, I guess I really had a hard time, like being diagnosed with Tourette syndrome when I was 8 years old, but nobody back then knew anything about it. So I guess I was treated more like there was something wrong with me, and like people said back then, I was mad. So coping with it, because I was really bad back then. I couldn't walk properly, and I'd scream, and all sorts of different things were happening. And the hardest thing for me was when I did that, I used to cry, and think, why can't I stop this? And I had no power over it. And so after a few years of doing that, then I started getting sexually and physically abused by people. And I just thought that was way of life, because after a while you just, I used to just think, well, every woman or every girl got treated like that, so it was neither here or there to me. And I guess, when I was 14, I'd had enough, and my father held a gun at my head, and then they belted me and my sister. I really believed that he was going to kill us. And I remember saying to my little brother, I ran into my room and got all my tablets, and I said, I'm going to kill myself, because I didn't want him to do it. And I was unconscious at home for 4 days. And consequently, after all that, I was pushed in and out of mental institutions as well. So from about the age of maybe 34, I started to want to do something about this and to try and bring justice to all the guys that had abused me. And that was extremely hard. I went to Child Abuse Unit and did statements and everything, and they interviewed one of the guys, and whatever he said, that was his word, and they closed the case. So I, for years, tried and tried, but never succeeded, until one day in Bustleton I went and seen a advocate for something. I wanted to go to court, I was in court, and see if she could come with me. And I was mentioning it to her, and she said to me, have you ever been to the Royal Commission? I'm like, what's that? And she rang them straight away, because they were actually here doing child abuse stuff. And we got an appointment. She said to me, it'll be 12 months' time. And I said, that's fine. I've waited all this time. I can wait 12 months more. But 3 weeks later, she rang me up and said, oh, I've got all your files. I'd like to interview you this week. So I went up, and consequently, as soon as I walked in, she said, you've got a case. So, after all those years, I was able to bring some of the hospitals to face what I had been through, and consequently I won. So that was really good. All my life, since I was a child and had all this abuse, I've always wanted to help other children out there, especially ones with disabilities, because I think we might have a disability, but we've still got a brain, but a lot of us don't get heard, and I just want everyone to be heard. Age group, I would say from about year 5 up. I'm hoping to get it into the schools. I haven't heard back from anything yet, but we are trying to get it in there. So that will be absolutely wonderful if I got it in there. That would be a dream come true. I actually wrote a book in 2017, it's similar, and we changed that one to do this one so it can go into the schools, because that one was more, that had a little bit more of how it really was, and they said no way would it be able to go into the school. So that's the reason why I've done this one. But had I have had something like this to read at school, I wonder if I could have been helped more, or had more of an idea that it wasn't right, and not left being treated the way I was treated. Do you know what I mean? But it was held on the 12th of January, and it was at the Dome in Byford. And I had about, I'd say roughly 20, 25 people come, and it was an extremely great night. and I have to now print more, get more printed. So yeah, no, it was a really good turnout, and it was really great because I actually got some talks out of that as well, so I'm really excited about that. I had a lot of women come up crying to me saying that happened to them, but they'd never said anything. So it's amazing when you speak from your heart and it's been done to you, you automatically connect out there. It's amazing. So that was really great. I did the first book in 2017. Once the book launch was done and once it was, I sold out again at that book launch. And the company that helped me do this, we kind of fell out a bit. So it all came to a standstill from 2017 to last year. And my support worker, Susie, was amazing. Because I mentioned it to her and she goes, "What do you mean?" And I said, "I just would love to get my book into the school, but it's never going to happen." So I brought it out and showed her, and she took it on board. She said, "Well, we will, watch us." And I'm like, really? And I guarantee within maybe 4 or 5 months, if that, we went from the first book to rewriting it to launching it. And I really thank her because, man, she put some hours into that and some work, and she was just adamant that she was going to get that done for me because that was a dream of mine. So there is some beautiful support workers out there, and I am so lucky. And even my coordinator, Trish, she is so good to me and really understands me. And I really thank them for that, because unless you're understood, you don't get nowhere. You can try all you like and it won't happen. So because of Trish and my support workers and Chantel and Vivian, I had the most wonderful team. I couldn't wish for anything better. And, you know, just to be heard and understood as a person and not the disability is amazing. Like, it's tricky because a lot of adults are getting abused, but we don't speak out. Why don't we speak out? Are we going to be believed? And if we are, or we try to do something about it, we have to relive that all over again to explain it to them. And nine times out of 10, you won't get anywhere anyway. So it's really hard, but I would encourage those who are getting abused to speak out. And there is people that will listen now, and there is things you can do now, not like when I was a child. But I will carry on another book from this one this was from 11, so from 11 right through to today. And I'm really eager to get going on that one, and hopefully it's not far away.